Dan Illman, Mike Beer, big afternoon of racing at Ellis Park on Sunday. Let's take a look at race number 8. It's the $125,000 Groupie Doll Stakes. This race is for fillies and mares. You can play it with a DRF Bets account. Sign up now for your DRF Bets account. Get that $100 deposit match and start punching away, whether it be at Ellis, Del Mar, Saratoga, you name it. Let's look at the field for this year's edition of the Groupie Doll. Down towards the rail is Divine Queen, coming into this race off of a win at a one-turn mile at Churchill Downs. Important because this filly needed to show her connections that she could stretch out. She was always an okay sprinter. She needed to do it going the one-turn mile. And let me tell you, drawing the rail with this sort of odd configuration at Ellis Park is a big advantage.
Yeah, it is. Has enough speed to take advantage of it too, I think. Listen, I like that she showed she could get the mile last time. I still have reservations that she really wants to go this far as she steps up in class.
If I'm Calvin Burrell, I am on ascend, and I try to defy the Timeform US pace projector for this race. We'll throw up the projector right now. This is a rare gray. I've never seen a gray bar in a dirt race. No speed whatsoever. Haven't seen it.
That either.
So if I was riding the one and I knew I had that real short run into the back stretch, breaking from the inside post coming out of the chute, I'd send Divine Queen, no doubt.
Yeah, I would send her too. I mean, it's her best chance to win this race if they just try and make the lead. Still don't know if she's good enough, Dan, but that would give her her best chance.
Conversely, the number 2, My Murdy, hanging out at the back of that no-speed situation. That may not be a good setup at all. This horse pulled off a gigantic stunner last time out in the Grade 3 Chicago handicap on a synthetic surface. Don't be fooled by that. Her recent form's been good on synth, but she's an Illinois-bred stakes winner on the dirt. I just don't see the setup if she's going to come from last in a race with no pace.
Yeah, it feels like that's really going to work against her. That's interesting, too, because going back to early in her career, she was a good dirt sprinter with speed, but she doesn't have that anymore. So being last in this kind of a setup is really work against her.
Sweet Arithmetic has a hint of early speed. I'm just not really sure where she classes up, and they're taking the blinkers off, which might get her to relax a bit in the early portion of this race. Her most recent win came by 12, but it also came against some really weak horses at Belterra.
Yeah, it just feels like she might be a little too tough against horses like this. We'll see if she runs here. She's got a cross entry to a different race.
Go Google yourself is graded stakes placed. That was in the Double Dog Dare at Keeneland over a sloppy track, and she was able to stay right close to the pace. Perhaps that's one of the reasons why she's really prominent on our Timeform US pace projector. I'm not going to falter for the Fleur de Lis in against a late Blue Prize. She's a Julie. Any one of those three would be barred from the wagering in this race. Because of that alone, Go Google yourself as a very logical contender.
Right. She makes a ton of sense in this race. You take the Fleur de Lis out of her PPs and just look at her prior 4 or 5 races. She's been right there every time against good horses. She makes a lot of sense in here.
And Moonlight Garden, the number 5, is also a very logical thread in here. Second start for Brad Cox. This is a mare that gave Midnight Bizou a little bit of a fight earlier this year in Sam Houston, a restricted stakes winner at Saratoga. She's got quality, and she just destroyed that field last time. First time for Brad Cox. Doesn't she just get a 3-wide stalking trip, close to the pace, ready to pounce?
Yeah, I think she's just going to sit right up close in this race. Based off of her last effort, and the figure's not that fast. It doesn't give her a huge edge, but she ran really well last time. I just think she's the horse to beat in here.
I thought Auspicious Babe at one point had a little bit of upside. Going all the way back to November of her 2018 campaign. I like that win in a non-winners of 2 other than, well, I guess I was wrong. She hasn't run back to that race at all, and now Dallas Stewart's just throwing blinkers on. I wonder if it's a desperation move.
Yeah, I wonder if it is too. This just feels like a really tough spot for her based on the races she's been running lately.
Let's take a look at our pick for the Groupie Doll. We liked what we saw last time out from the FIVA. Moonlit Garden. Brad Cox wins lots and lots of races. This horse was 3rd to She's a Julie, 2nd to Midnight Bizou. She fits from a class perspective. I went 5-1-2. I'm going to try to beat. Go Google yourself in here.
I made a chalk exact 5/4, and then the 1 is a distant 3rd for me.
The Groupie Doll, one of 2 major races at Ellis Park on Sunday. You can play them both with a DRF Bets account. Sign up, grab that deposit match, and start punching away with us. The Groupie Doll, race number 8 at Ellis Park, has an approximate post time of 4:10 Central. Good luck.